Good afternoon. Today we will discuss a clinical case presented in the picture, onycholysis or nail separation after a shellac manicure. So the patient came to our clinic because after removing the shellac, she discovered that her nail had partially or almost completely detached from the nail bed, turned yellow, and was practically falling off on its own. She also partially removed it herself in the bathroom with scissors, filed it with a nail file, and came to us to figure out why the nail had separated. During the examination, there was a crumbly white coating visible along the edge of the nail and on the nail bed. During the initial clinical interview with the patient, she specifically recalled that even before she began applying the shellac treatment, she had already noticed significant redness along the outer edge of the nail. This was accompanied by visible peeling of the surrounding nail skin and a persistent sense of minor pain throughout the entire nail area. However, despite these warning signs, she chose to ignore the symptoms entirely and simply proceeded to cover everything up with a thick layer of shellac on top. This shellac coating then remained undisturbed on her nail for a very long period of approximately 4 to 6 months. Consequently, because the underlying issues were never addressed, this specific kind of severe problem eventually occurred. So accordingly, considering that the yellow affected part of the nail was already gone, but given the presence of the coating, we took a sample of this coating and a small scraping from the nail for a fungal test, as well as a PCR test for 8 types of Candida, since there was this kind of coating. Under microscopy, fungal spores were detected, and PCR analysis revealed Candida albicans. Accordingly, it appears that this patient had and still has nail candidiasis. For more detailed information about nail candidiasis, you can watch one of the recent videos on our channel. So despite this, she applied shellac. Candidiasis in this more favorable environment of moisture and enclosure, away from washing and other influences, worsened and caused the detachment of the affected nail. The patient was prescribed both topical and systemic anti-candidiasis therapy. Nizoral cream was prescribed for external use, and Ketoconazole was prescribed orally, 1 tablet twice a day for 14 days, as a result of which these symptoms completely resolved. And in general, the remaining structure of the fingernail, after a very thorough observation, the CE was found to be completely unaffected, meaning the nail itself was not involved in the underlying process. Consequently, such a comprehensive course of treatment was entirely adequate and effective for treating the skin and the nail bed directly, to eliminate this specific strain of the Candida albicans fungal infection. The conclusion from this case is that before applying shellac, you need to carefully check for any inflammatory conditions and for nail damage caused by various fungi. In the event that these types of destructive fungi are found to be present, it is absolutely imperative that under no circumstances whatsoever should shellac be applied to the surface, as doing this would not only conceal the underlying fungal infection from view, but also provide significant additional stimuli for its further development by placing it in a damp, humid, and completely oxygen-free microenvironment, which is even more favorable for the rapid growth and spread of such fungi.